Time with Mason Lowry. On tonight's show, ALLC Director Kate Abu-Absi. And now, with the first pick in this year's NFL Draft, the Detroit Lions select Mason Lowry.
Thank you. That was like the wimpiest Arsenio Hall show cheer. Thank you, everybody, for being here. It's second to last episode of UT Night Time for the semester. We'll be back in the fall, right, Jim? We're going to be back.
We will be back in the fall.
Here?
I will be back.
Awesome.
As long as you don't fire me for the third time. As long as you don't fire me for like the third time.
You're pushing your luck, pal.
I know.
Well, if I sound a bit older, it is because I hit a pretty big milestone this Monday. I turned 20 this week, turned 20 years old. And I must say I'm kind of depressed. Now I'm too old to date Madonna, Jim. And that's...
Yeah, you're not a teenager anymore.
That didn't go over well. Biggest story this week, we saw, anybody watch the Miss USA pageant this weekend? Anybody see that? Okay, one person, 2, 3. The rest of you were just lying, apparently. Miss California came out of some hot water this week for the statements that she made about gay marriage during the Miss USA pageant last week. Blogger Perez Hilton, who asked Miss California at the pageant what she thought about gay marriage, he responded by calling Carrie Prejean. Do we decide it was Prejean? That's how it's pronounced?
I believe so, yes.
Yes, Carrie Prejean called her a dumb bitch on his blog. But, profanity. But really, I think the question here is, why is Perez Hilton judging a women's beauty pageant? I mean, that to me, Jim, that's like Michael Vick judging the Westminster Dog Show.
Yeah, it's...
I mean, that's like having Mike Tyson judge a spelling bee. I should have led with that one. That is like having George W. Bush judging a quiz bowl tournament with junior high school kids because he's not as intelligent as them. It's like having Jessica Simpson do anything at all.
Yeah.
It's not a good decision. And speaking of Jessica Simpson, the NFL draft is coming up this weekend. That's a big thing. I'm pretty excited for that. I'm a football fan. I hear the Dallas Cowboys are going to draft her as an offensive lineman. She got big. That's why it's funny. Offensive linemen are big. She's bigger. Haha, let's move on. The only person I can think of, we talked about Perez Hilton earlier. The only person I can think of that's more famous for doing less is Paris Hilton. Guys, I don't know why she's famous. This is going brilliantly, right as planned. Very sad story this week. At the U.S. Open polo tournament this week, 21 polo ponies died as the result of a medication mix-up at a Florida pharmacy. Very sad. In an unrelated story, glue sales rose by 8% this week. I'm not proud of that at all. I started to laugh because I knew what was coming, and it wasn't good. One of our colleagues, Jay Leno, this week had to cancel his taping of The Tonight Show. Ha-ha, Jay Leno! He's much funnier than this guy. One of our, Jay Leno, he had to cancel his taping. You all right, sir? He had to cancel his taping of The Tonight Show yesterday after checking himself into the hospital. I hear food poisoning is the rumor, but he's doing fine. In fact, he's taken all of this right on the chin. That was a bit better. A Florida man was arrested this week after attacking police officers with an axe, a knife, and a sword at a local motel. I didn't do anything yet. Calm down. The man was charged with aggravated assault on a law enforcement officer and for impersonating a Renaissance fair jouster. He's got the sword. A new study released this week says that nicotine gum used to quit smoking can cause cancer. So now, Jim, we've got the nicotine gum, the fruit and vegetables we talked about last week, marijuana, all these things cause cancer. You know what the only thing is that doesn't cause cancer? Cigarettes. It's the only thing. I swear. Scientists are working on a drug that, when injected into the brain, could erase painful memories in animals. If all goes well, the scientists will be using the drug on humans, allowing Americans to forget the last 8 years. See, it's a Bush joke because he wasn't very intelligent, just like the one we did before. The University of Wisconsin-Madison now has a Quidditch team. Their nickname? The Fighting Dorks. Katie Couric got a new haircut this week, going from her classic look to a new, much shorter hairstyle. Critics don't care much for the haircut, but since she's on CBS, so far nobody's noticed. You got it. Yogi Berra, not the old Yankees catcher, but the foul ball fetching dog. Jim, you hear about this?
I did, yeah.
Foul ball fetching dog for the Greensboro Grasshoppers was ejected from a baseball game earlier this week after defecating on the field. So apparently the Yankees are not the only thing in baseball that stink this year. Yeah. And finally, thank God, Japan is abuzz this week over the arrest of one of the country's most marketable television stars after he was arrested on public indecency charges. Apparently, the actor was found passed out drunk in a park in Tokyo, exposing his pokeballs. All right, we've got a great show tonight. The lovely Kate Abu-Absi is here, the director of the Arts Living and Learning Community. So stay right here. We'll be right back. Nighttime, second to last episode of this year. We'll be back in the fall. We're going to be good. I think we're going to be good next year. We're good now. We're great now. We're bad. We're nationwide. It's from an old rap song, as I understand it. I don't know. They told me that backstage before the show. Anyway, second to last episode of the year. That can only mean one thing. The crew's laughing because I'm not funny. Only mean one thing. Final exams are right around the corner. And yes, yeah, it's not a good thing, as Carrie back there so eloquently just pointed out. So, our intrepid staff have done you all a fantastic public service. We have gone out and uncovered some answers to some final exam questions, and we're going to give them to you now in a segment that we like to call Final Exam Study Guide. You know what we need, Jim?
What do we need?
We need one of those signs that lights up and says applause.
Yeah.
And then they'll clap and applaud whether I'm funny or not.
Right. They have to.
That would be great.
Or we could always
thank you for your pity. I appreciate that.
We could add shot collar,
Yeah, exactly. This first question, I just spit all over the set. This first question is from the final exam for aquatic biology. We've got aquatic biology. There you go. Question is, when bitten by a jellyfish, what helps to relieve the pain? Is it A, iodine, B, ibuprofen, C, human urine, or D, the dulcet tones of Barry Manilow? Jim, what do you think the right answer is?
It might not. It's not that Barry Manilow answer, is it?
Oh, it's Barry Manilow. It's D, the dulcet tones of Barry Manilow.
It.
You're going to get that right on your exam, should you have the horrible misfortune of taking that class. Next is American history, and the American history final. Which of the following is an actual United States historical document? Is it A, the No Fat Chicks Ordinance of 1877? That got a lot of laughs. Is it B, the Emancipation Retraction? C, the Social Insecurity Act? Or D, proclamation declaring November 12, 1989, Barry Manilow Day in Columbia, South Carolina? Jim, would you like to hazard a guess at just what the answer is to this question?
Maybe the No Fat Chicks?
No, I'm sorry. The answer is D, proclamation declaring that day, Barry Manilow Day, Columbia, South Carolina. Honest to God, I swear, that actually happened. I swear to you. Next up, we've got not college algebra, excuse me, chemistry for non-majors. I'm firing whoever's running the teleprompter. I'm kidding. I'm not doing that. We've got chemistry for non-majors. The question is, what is the most radioactive element? Is it A, polonium, B, californium, C, einsteinium, or D, KY jelly? Got any guesses, Jim?
I do not. I don't know. Maybe.
The answer is
it D?
It is D, KY jelly, and
yes.
It goes as KY on the periodic table as well.
Makes sense.
There you go.
Makes sense.
Next up, now college algebra. Yes, college algebra. I hate these questions. If one train leaves an Amtrak station in Newark, New Jersey at 8 a.m., while another leaves Intercourse, Pennsylvania at 9:15 a.m., at what time do the two trains meet? I hate math. This is why I'm a communication major. The answer is, who gives a shit? This is an incredibly stupid question. I just said a dirty word, didn't I?
You did. I didn't hear a bleep either, yeah.
We'll fix that in post. I love this job. Human psychology is next up. We got human psychology. That's a fun class. Triskaidekaphobia is a fear of, is it A, spiders, B, the number 13, C, Triscuits, the delicious snack cracker, or D, being forced to watch UT Nighttime with Mason Lowry? Apparently it's been proven to cause brain damage. Got an answer? I think we all know the answer. The answer is D.
I think it's clearly D.
The answer is
yes.
D, being forced to watch UT Nighttime with Mason Lowry. It's not good for you. Turn this off right now. Don't do that, please. American national government is next. I'm dying here. The question is, who was the first president of the United States? Is it A, George Washington, B, Benedict Arnold, C, John Adams, or D, Larry King? It's D, Larry King.
It's Larry King.
I'm not even going to bother having you guess anymore. We all know the answer is D.
I was catching a pattern there.
Thank you, yes. You're a smart one, you are. Nothing gets past you, Jim. This next quote, or in English, I can't speak, so drunk. The next question is from World Prehistory. The question is, what, to date, is the oldest complete dinosaur skeleton to be discovered by man? Is it A, Triceratops, B, Brachiosaurus, C, Pachycephalosaurus, or D, Larry King? He's a very old man, you know, Jim.
He is quite old.
Very old man. This next question comes from History of American Popular Culture. That's a fun class. Very, very fun. Just watch TV all the time. It's great. Question is, what is the most watched television program in U.S. history? Is it A, the series finale of Cheers? Is it B, the series finale of MASH? C, the funeral of Princess Diana? Or D, the Tim Beckman episode of UT Nighttime with Mason Lowry? Clearly D.
I think
we had
it's D.
70 million viewers for that episode.
That's
honest.
Is that a record?
That is some kind of very large
Okay,
record.
I know we've
yes.
come close to that.
Come very close to that, yes. That's just 70 million viewers in China, actually.
Right.
Yeah.
So give or take, 69 million.
Yes. And finally, one last question for you. This is from Geology. That's a real fun class, Geology. The question is, what type of rock forms when magma cools and becomes solid? Is it A, sedimentary, B, igneous, C, metamorphic, or D, who cares, it's just a damn rock? All right. Good luck on your final exams, everybody. We'll be right back with Kate Abu-Absi right after this. Stay tuned. You have no idea how much we paid them all to clap.
I know.
No idea. Our first and only guest tonight is the director of the Arts Living Learning Community, or the ALLC, here at the University of Toledo. Please welcome a very lovely lady, Kate Abu-Absi. That ovation proves that they're all here for you. Not for me, it's all you. It's all you this afternoon.
I think so.
I think you weren't supposed to agree.
I'm sorry.
First rule of television is don't mock the host and the fact that no one finds it funny. Welcome, Kate. Thanks so much for being on the show.
Thank you.
What is the Arts Living Learning Community?
Yes, the ALLC.
Yes, what is that exactly? What do you guys do?
It is a program for first-year students who are going to be living on campus and majoring in one of the arts, visual arts, performing arts, film, music, creative writing, theater. They can choose to live, it's in Ottawa East, and we're on the 5th floor of Ottawa East. And it's a housing option first and foremost, but then they also take a course that it's a 1 credit hour class each semester. And it's meeting time. We go to concerts and plays and films, and we go to, on campus.
That sounds like the most awesome class in the history of the world. It really does.
It is a great time because I think that, first of all, it is exposing all of the different arts on campus. I think that it's very easy as a theater major or something to be so immersed in that you really don't go to concerts. You don't see all the other things that happen. And you might not have the opportunity to go off campus if you don't live in the city. So we go to the symphony, and we've gone to the opera, and so it's also things within the city, the museum up in Ann Arbor. So
Ann Arbor's a great place.
Yes.
Been there many times.
Yeah,
Lovely.
I mean, it's just
Lovely
it's
stuff up there.
it's a great time to just go and check out the street art that they have in Ann Arbor, and you know, because they don't have that much here.
No, Ohio's terrible.
Although some people are trying to change that.
Ohio is terribly uncultured, I found. It's like miles and miles of corn and beans, and then Toledo, and then more corn and beans.
Yeah.
Then you get to Indiana, and then it's corn and beans.
Right.
Indianapolis, corn and beans, and it just kind of goes on like that.
Right. And I think that's very hard to come to. First of all, being a first-year student, living on campus, being away from your family for the first time, and then I think that if you are an artistic type of person, I think that makes you that much more special. And I think that
Special in a good way.
special in a good way, but special in a way that not everybody appreciates.
Right.
And I think that if you were going to be living, you know, you're a music major and you're living with a business major, engineering and biology, you just, you know, you might feel like the weird kid in the room. But if you're with the arts living learning community, you are we're all the weird
Right.
kids. Yeah, I say that like I'm one of them. But you know what I mean? It's everyone. And then you really get to, you know, form, you know, connections and friendships and all of this is our, you probably thought that I wasn't going to talk quite so much. Sorry.
Keep talking,
all right,
please.
All right.
They
This is
love
the
when you
end-
talk.
Okay.
I mean, not as
Well,
much.
I mean, this is the end of our 4th year, and each year, all of the students that go through the program, I mean, the students who are now living off campus, they're living with people that they met in the
Right.
ALLC, and you know, I think they're friends for life, and so
BFFs.
yeah, for sure. So yeah.
That's awesome. We'll hear more from you right after this. Kate Abu-Absi is here. We'll be right back. Hear more from her right after this. Stay tuned. There we go. Welcome back. Kate Abu-Absi is still here. They love you, Kate. They absolutely love that you're
I
here.
love-
And yes,
I love
killed
them.
time.
I love them.
nice to be liked, isn't it?
It is.
It is. It's a wonderful feeling.
Yeah.
I must say.
But I like almost everybody. So
Oh, yeah.
you know,
Oh, yeah.
I feel like people should like me back.
They should.
Yeah.
They should.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
I must say, I really wish that last year I had been on your floor, because I'll tell you, last year, I'm a communication major, freshman last year, lived in Carter Hall with a bunch of engineering students.
right.
And so I was like this reasonably creative kid, apparently not very funny, as we've all learned this evening.
You're funny.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So I would just kind of like sit in a corner and like read funny things and watch videos on YouTube, and all these other kids are doing computer programming and some kind of nerdy
right.
thing. And so I felt completely lost, and I think that is kind of the point of the floor, is for those
Absolutely.
kids to all come together.
Yes. Our program is funded through the First Year Experience. Jennifer Rockwood's.
Oh, I love Jennifer Rockwood.
Yes, absolutely. She's a dear friend of mine.
Did you
And
bring swag, by the way?
I did not bring any swag.
No swag.
No, I know. It's going to be like a running joke.
It will
forever
be,
now.
yeah. Everything's going to be
yeah.
swag.
I think that I just think it's one of the best things on campus. I mean, I know obviously I'm biased, but I was a student here. I graduated many years ago. And I think that there are a very small fraction of students who have been involved with the ALLC that didn't find it exactly what they were hoping for. I think most of them are just like, you know, it really helped me with my first year. You know, making friends, feeling connected. The students in the ALLC the retention is much higher than most university students, and their GPAs are higher. And I think that,
always
you
good.
know, yeah, if you're happy, it helps.
Yeah.
You know, and then also I'm there, and you know, I've joked about being like the Toledo mom, but I really am there for the students, and I think
Like
that
Octomom on a very grand scale. And they're not all your children. No, not.
wow.
I'm going to stop speaking. You may just.
No, you're fine.
I didn't mean it to come off quite like that.
I think it was fine.
Okay, good.
It was fine.
This show will never air. Now, you guys, you went to Chicago, correct? The whole
Yes.
floor went to Chicago.
Yes.
What was that?
Well, we have two programs this year, because we have our regular 5th floor with our first year students, and we went to Chicago the first weekend in March and went and saw Chicago. We stay overnight downtown. You go to the Art Institute the next day.
Oh.
And the thing about the ALLC is to be a part of the floor and to be a part of the class, you pay a $75 fee per semester. And that covers all of your tickets, transportation, accommodations. So, you know, we, in our first semester, go to the symphony and the, you know, all the plays on campus and all that kind of stuff. You get well more than $75 worth. And then the second semester, you get to go and see a show at, you know, the Oriental Theater and stay overnight in Chicago. So it's, you know, I think that that's a really important part of it as well, because I think that the arts should be available to everyone. And I think that sometimes, you know, there are great opportunities that people can't afford. And
Right.
I think that this is, you know, for $150 for the year, you really are, you know, having great exposure to
It's an
lots of different
entertainment bargain.
It is. It's a cultural bargain.
Yes. Now, you guys, you went and saw, what did you see this year when you went to Chicago?
We saw Chicago the first time.
That makes perfect sense.
Right, and
You wouldn't want to go see Los Angeles in Chicago.
No, you
So there
wouldn't.
you go. You like me. You really like me.
So we saw Chicago the first time, and then there's so many students that we did 2 trips, and the second trip we went and saw Rent.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Did you get to see anybody famous in those traveling shows?
Yes, Anthony, what's his name?
Very famous man, yes. Anthony, what's his name? Yes.
Yeah, I mean, he's
He
from
was
the
the
original.
guy, he did the thing, he's
Right,
brilliant.
he's the original guy from the thing. Yeah. So, I mean, it was really a big deal. They all went to the stage door afterwards. I didn't. I mean,
I love Anthony, what's his name?
Pat, isn't it? Anthony Rapp?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Anthony Rapp, okay.
Yeah.
I
So
will
he's-
Wikipedia him when I get home.
Yeah, you should. You should. I mean, it was a great cast. It was beautiful. I love that show.
Now, what else does
Just
the
me.
floor do? You guys, you go and see the concerts, do all that stuff. You go and see the shows. What else goes on? You guys do much else, or that kind of takes up a lot of time, I can imagine.
Well, it does. And one of the things is that it's a 1 credit hour class, and so it's you know, a time that we meet once a week. We get together. You have that connection, but you know, everybody has their own stuff that they're doing, especially, you know, art majors and theater majors. People are involved in productions, and you know, we have people involved in Macbeth right now. Music majors are crazy. They're always doing a zillion things. No, they really are. And so they're always, and then all of our art majors, you know, they're doing their, you know, they're wrapping up their semester. And so it is not a time commitment.
Right.
It is an opportunity, and it is a, you know, 1 credit. So they do, you know, we do want people to participate, not just to
Yeah.
sign up and then,
Right.
you know, not do anything. But most people don't do that because it would be stupid. You know.
Arts Living Learning Community Director Kate Abu-Absi. Thank you so much for being on.
Oh,
the show.
you're so welcome.
So much. All right, people. We got 1 show left. We're gonna do our best, make it a real good one next week. We'll see you back here then. Bye-bye.